Hey guys, what's going on? Troy and Mountain Man Treasure here, and today it's another bite size. What's sold?
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana. That means I go to garage sales and estate sales, thrift stores, sometimes Walmart, Target. Doesn't matter where. I buy things that I think are priced too low, and then I sell them again online. Mostly, I do that on eBay. Though last week I actually sold something on Facebook. Listed it locally, a model kit from 1982. Listed it locally, and some guy from like Indiana messaged and said, "Hey, would you be willing to send this? I'll pay for shipping." So we did that. I actually made a sale on Facebook of an old Corvette model, so $20 plus shipping. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I listed it local, so I didn't have to ship it. So that was kind of a bummer, but sale's a sale, especially when things are a little bit slow on eBay. And, there's lots of reasons for it. We've talked about them on previous videos. And right now it's a little bit of a depressed time for a lot of sellers on eBay, but just keep doing what you're doing and the sales will come in eventually. You can use that time, as we've talked about, to do other things, to organize, to source, to whatever it is. Use that time invested in your business, and in the long run, it's going to pay off. So we're going to take a look at the few things that I've sold over the last 24 hours, and the first is right here. This is Human Highway. Now, this sells very, very well. There's one seller on eBay right now that is sold, I don't remember what it was, like 90 of them or something. There aren't very many listings at all. And somebody has a whole stack of new, and they're selling them for like $33 or something plus shipping, right in that ballpark. But I happen to find this one at Goodwill. I got it on a half off coupon day, and so I got it for $1, and mine was the only pre-owned available on eBay. I got some lowball offers, but I stuck with it, knowing that, again, mine is the only used, and the new ones are 30 plus. So at some point, somebody's going to come to me and give me a decent amount. I had it listed about 23, and I sent out an offer of 21, and it was accepted. So really happy to get that sale off of DVD Media. Sometimes you find that obscure stuff. We've got another one coming up. It can do pretty well. The next thing that sold, comic book, Warlock, special edition #1. It's got Gamora. There's several things going for this. It's a high grading on this. Very nice comic book. And it sold for $29.81 plus shipping. I got this through a Whatnot auction for, it was either $6 or $8. I don't remember which it was. I think it was $6 that I paid for this, plus shipping, which is like $3 or something. But I actually bought this with several others, so then shipping comes down to $1 for additional items. So let's just say I'm into it for about $8. Still a pretty solid return on my investment there. Then I mentioned another DVD. Here it is. This is Captives with Tim Roth. Apparently a pretty rare DVD. It's not out there very much. There's some listed that are pretty high. They're trying to get like $45, $50 out of them. But there are a couple sold in the $30 range. So I didn't list it that high. I mean, everybody's shooting for the moon, trying to get more out of it. But if you look at the solds, this is where it sells at. So I listed it lower than the rest of them out there and took an offer of $30 plus shipping on a $1 DVD. Happy with that. I only held on to it for about a week and a half or something like that. Really quick turnaround. Then we sold this little pin back. This is Smokey the Bear, of course.
Don't play with matches, don't play with fire. Cause there's nothing very funny about nothing very nice on a homeless mind. So if a gorgeous force is what you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Fire!
So I had it listed at $4.99 plus shipping. It's really the lowest I generally like to list things. I will list things a little bit lower than that sometimes, especially if they're easy or it's a quantity listing, something like that. But that tends to be roughly about where I figure that's worth my time. But somebody sent me an offer of $2.99 plus shipping, and I thought, you know what? Why not? Like we talked about, and Cyndi Lauper says, it was good enough for me. So I was okay with that $2.99 plus shipping on that pin. And then we sold this Nike Air Max t-shirt. I actually had sold this now twice. It sold once before to, it was an international sale, I think to Australia, and they never paid. So I relisted it, and within about another week, it sold again. And this sold even with a little bit of a stain on there. Of course, that was photographed and put in the listing. Not a big stain, but there's like a grease stain or something right on the front, about the size of a quarter. No big deal, but a cool spell-out shirt. I liked the color. It was nice, $14.73 plus shipping on that one. And then we sold one more thing, this Barbie hair dryer from 1992, sold for $16.74 plus shipping. And that's it. I actually did sell a pair of shoes, a pair of, I think they were Skechers, to the UK, but for 35 Great British pounds, it's about $45, $46, right in that ballpark. But they haven't paid yet. So we'll see. I mean, waiting for that to come through. Hopefully that comes through and they actually pay on those, because they're a smaller size and they've been sitting around for a while. So really glad to make that sale and move them out if they, in fact, move out. I do want to mention she commented on the last video, but I didn't catch it when it came through. I didn't realize. Dina bought that Real Tree hunting hat and also the My Girl cup. And I didn't realize, viewer of the channel, and I didn't even realize it was the same buyer that bought two things. So I sent those separately. Dana, you'll be getting them separately. But yeah, viewer of the channel bought both of those things. So a lot of viewer sales in that last video. Dina, thank you so much. I sure appreciate you coming in and helping support the store. I also like to thank everybody that came in for our small little figures, whatnot auction yesterday. We had some old Smurfs and some Nintendo and some Disney and just lots of little random figures, some of them very random, and some really good deals were had yesterday. Some of you guys got fantastic deals on stuff, either to keep and collect for yourself or to flip. There's room to make money on a lot of that stuff that sold, I think. So thanks for coming in. It was cool to see some of you in there. We are going to try and do a whatnot auction. I mentioned during that we're going to try and do on Thursday. I actually have a Zoom call that I have to be on Thursday, so we're not going to be able to do that. It's just it's right in the middle of the day. It's going to get in the way. So we're going to try and do that on Friday afternoon. So we're going to have some wrestling figures and belts and stuff like that for people that are into wrestling. We're going to do that on Friday afternoon. I'll let you know the time when we get that set. But I'm not actually going to be able to do, we've been doing over the last couple of weeks a whatnot on the weekends, a bigger sale. Like this last weekend was graphic tees and hats. I was thinking about doing another t-shirt and hat sale this weekend, but it's not going to work because I actually realized I'm going to be out of town. And I'm going to see if we can maybe do a thrift video while I'm there. It's always cool to visit thrift stores in a different town. And we've done well in Butte before. And that's where we're headed, because I'm going to the Dumas Brothel. That's a place where I've wanted to get in actually for some time. This, it opened back in 1890 in Butte, which was, for those unaware of sort of Northwest United States history, massive mining operation back in the day, copper mining primarily, and the Copper Kings, and there was a lot of stuff, a lot of history going on in the Butte Anaconda area. Opened up in 1890, actually, at the time that it closed. 1982, it was the longest running bordello in the country. It had almost 100-year run, not bad. And so a lot of just a history in the city of Butte itself, and of this location, very historic location actually, but also purportedly very, very haunted. And that's why we're going. I've wanted to be able to get into this location for some time, and I don't have access to it all night, unfortunately, only till about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I had a shot to get in this weekend, and so I took it. And what we do on this channel, if you've watched this channel for a while, the last couple of years, we've done a special Halloween episode that has absolutely nothing to do with reselling. It's just something fun. I go and I find a purportedly haunted location, and I'm locked in all night. And I record stuff. I take pictures. I walk around and talk to myself sometimes. I've got all sorts of gadgets. You know, we can measure EMF and temperature, and, you know, we take video, all sorts of stuff. Actually, I just got in the mail. I had ordered, and it arrived just in time. We've got a digital monocular now. Monocular? it records video, and it's IR. I can record. It's got night vision, so we might have some cool video footage if this thing works out as well. Who knows? Again, absolutely nothing to do with reselling. It's just kind of fun. And so I'm going to get to have access to the Dumas brothel this weekend. So no whatnot auction, but hopefully a cool video coming up from that. And also want to remind you that we mentioned a little bit ago about the Commonwealth Picker We Get Things Moving mascot. It's not the Enna Man who is, well, I don't know. He moved. They get things moving. He actually moved right off the table. But this is the new version, and we're going to auction this off. I've got a couple of them, and we're auctioning this off for charity. We're going to announce the charity and start the auction on Friday. So Friday's video, we're going to let you know how you can get your hands on this little guy and hopefully get things moving at your eBay store. And at the same time, help out a really, really cool charity. So that's what I've got for you today, guys. I sure appreciate you tuning in, and see you next time.